What's up, everybody? We have another one from GoGameGeek. It's the RG Cube by Anbernic, the XX version. So this is the second cube that Anbernic released with a 4-inch screen, 720 by 720. This one's just a lot less powerful and makes a lot more sense. So the original RG Cube can play up to PS2 and GameCube, but not too many people, I think, want to play games like that on a 4-inch square screen. So this right here is the same as all the other XX lines that play everything up to PS1, some PSP, some Dreamcast, but we have Game Boy, Game Boy Color, NeoGeo Pocket, NeoGeo Pocket Color, Pico 8, and even like Super Nintendo scaled at 8x7. Things like that are going to be great on this system. They also swapped the Dpad and the stick on this, so they're better suited for the games we will be playing. So we're going to unbox this, check out all the buttons, the Dpad, play a couple games, and see if it's something that's worth buying. So a quick look at the box, just like most Anbernic boxes, very minimalist. This right here is the white version, so it's going to be very difficult to keep clean, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to end up putting thumbstick caps on this to keep those sticks white, because they will not stay white even if you keep your hands as clean as you can. But yeah, it's going to look beautiful coming out of this box, so let's check it out. Look at those sticks, shining right through, matching the white foam. This is a nice looking device, I already know that. Let's just toss this out like this. So, we don't have a screen protector, but we do have a manual. I'll pull that out and let you guys get a look at it later. You know, it's like all the other manuals that we've seen for the XX lines. Let's just take this thing out of the bag and move the box out of the way. I like our pre-cut foams. Someday I'm going to make some kind of art project with every different one, and people are going to be able to tell which device is which. All right, here we go. Look at this thing. Man, is it nice. So we have a circle D-pad. It's not a floating circle. It's your, standard silicone membrane circle D-pad, but take a look at that. It's nice, very tactile, very retro, feels good. Same thing for the face buttons. As you can tell, this is a faux unboxing, so I already know how everything feels on here, and everything feels great. The triggers are now digital. They're not analog like the original RG Cube. Digital is better for what we are going to be using on this system. The bumpers, they use a membrane, a rubber membrane, which is nice, literally almost silent. These use some kind of tack switch, but still not too bad, especially when your finger's on it. It kind of mutes it. But yeah, the buttons feel great. Sticks, they click. BYXA. I don't know why I said it in that order, but man, they feel perfect. Just like Anbernic's buttons pretty much usually feel. What do we have on top? The I/O. We have power, volume down, up. This is our USB-C power port, reset button, and HDMI out. On the bottom, we have 2 SD slots, one for the system and one for the games, 2 speakers, and a headphone jack. And then we have some ergonomics on the back, some love handles. Not big ones, but just enough to have a little bit of grip when you're playing, like hold on with the tips of your ring and middle fingers. Feels pretty good. So yeah, this is going to be a good system to play, especially for the games that are not like super heavy hitting, because down like this, you can still play because you have that grip right there. You can play games with the sticks, but up like this, you're just kind of cupping it with your hand, and it feels really nice. So I'm going to set this down for 1 second. Before we start it up, I'm going to go over the manual with you. We're just going to slide it across the screen and let you get a look at it so you can pause it. Then we'll start the system up. So it unfolds vertically and it reads vertically in 2 columns. So we're going to start on the left right here. This is the first section right here, RG CubeXX instructions. And we get to catalogs, and I will not read the entire thing. I'll just pull it down so you guys can see each different section. Main interface, buttons and parts, basically everything that has to do with the console itself. How to import games. What's that say down there? Okay. Language settings, or I'm sorry, common settings. Game settings. Indicator light and charging settings. And then this is our hotkeys, our shortcuts. Online play, which I need to start doing some multiplayer and some retro achievement stuff. All right, so power up on the top left. I kind of like that everything is up top, all the buttons. There's nothing on the side like the original Cube had buttons on the side. There we go with the Anbernic boot logo. We're going to look over the UI before we play any games, so we'll just kind of scroll through, see what kind of apps and what emulators are included. Usually it flashes like that, gets a little bit brighter, and then it starts. There it is. All right, this menu looks a little different than I'm familiar with. It's the same, but it's like a different theme than the other XX models. That right there is game rooms. Avoid that. That's my recommendation. This is RetroArch Game. That's where you want to go for all your emulators, and that's where you want to play your games. Next, App Center. So what do we have? Music, video, ebook, file manager, expert, and apps. Okay, App Center and apps. What's in apps? 2 cards. Okay, it's TF1. There's everything you need right here. Don't mess this up. Back up that first card you have on the left right there. Shaders, all kinds of good stuff in there that I don't know how to mess with yet. I need to learn this stuff. I'm going to back out of there. TF2 probably doesn't have anything. It's just going to be games. Yeah. So I'm going to back out of there, back out of the app section. Favorites, history, search, and settings. And in settings, we have backlight level 5. Let me zoom in because 5 is as bright as it gets. And before I go any further, speaking of the screen, you see that little glow on the bottom and the top right there? Don't mistake that for light bleed. The original RG Cube had a problem with some consoles going out with light bleed, where the light was coming off of the edges of the screen, and it was a common issue. They fixed that. It is definitely not light bleed. That's just the way the background looks on this. So I just want to make sure you guys know that. All right, level 5, that's as bright as it gets. Level 1, that's as dim as it gets. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so back out of there. We're not going to go through everything here. RetroArch settings, network settings, icon settings. I already turned the button sound off last time. I couldn't hang. So that's basically it. That's where you shut it down. And we're back out, just like that. So to get into the games, back over to RetroArch Game. And we're going to choose a game here. Before we do, let's see, we have 5 pages. PSP, PlayStation, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 64, Open Beats of Rage, Sega Dreamcast, Atomic Wave, but yeah, Atari 2600, Capcom's Play System 1, 2, and 3, Final Burn Neo, Famicom, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Gear, which is, those 3 are going to be really good on here, Game & Watch, Homebrew, MAME, Mega Drive CD, or Genesis and Genesis CD or Sega CD for some of you out there. MSX, Sega Naomi, NeoGeo Pocket Color, which will be another good one on here. PC Engine CD, Pico 8, which is going to be good on here. Sega Saturn, Sega 32X, Super Famicom, Sega Master System, Varcade, Vertical Arcade, Virtual Boy, Wonder Swan, and some ports. What do we have in the ports? Just take a quick peek. Just those basic ones we usually see. Nothing special. All right, so I'm going to back out of there for now. And we're going to think about which games we want to play. We'll start with the tried and the true Nintendo Game Boy. See if the bezel art is nice and the filters are applied. There we go. A carrot. Okay. All right, I got him off. Or fly. I don't trust that one. Yeah, another one. We got a turbo button for Space Invaders. Yeah, I know that's cheating, but it makes it so much more fun. Try without the turbo. You actually have more control over your bullets. Let's try Shinobi 2. I've never played it before, but I hear it's good. It just seems so much more advanced than Game Boy. Even though, I mean, there's stories and stuff going on in Game Boy, but look at the graphics here. I mean, look at the color. Oh. Yeah, I don't know the pattern. Oh well. Shinobi 2. Let's see if we have Sonic the Hedgehog. We'll go with number 2. Alright, that's enough Game Gear. Let's try some Pico 8. We got NeoGeo Pocket Color too. Let's go with Pico. Let's go with Celeste. Seems like everybody knows this game. Missed my... Alright, that's good. Pico 8. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. Okay, Pico Sprint, that was terrible. Let's try Pico Racer. Oh, this is better already. Get the flags. Bumper cars. Tetriminis Deffect. This is like the Pico 8 version of Tetris Effect. They even have the same type of music going on. Let's just start on like level 6 where it's going to be hard because it starts off pretty slow. Whoops. If you've ever played Tetris Effect, you're probably familiar with that music. Man, they gave it to me too early. There's no way to save a piece in here either, I don't think. And I don't know how to get into the zone. Which button do you press? Well, at least I'll get my Tetris. Alright. I didn't do NeoGeo Pocket yet, or NeoGeo Pocket Color. That's what's on here, so let's go in here and try something. I'm not sure what to try. I'm not too familiar with this system. Let's just go to Metal Slug. That's something I know. I don't know well, but I know it. See the little bezel art at the bottom, NeoGeo Pocket. Looks cool. Oh, this is definitely different than the other Metal Slugs I've played. Definitely more portable console like. Yeah. Yeah, this is fun. Yeehaw! Dude, you guys are slacking, just waiting for me there. You had one shot. So we'll do one of the pocket fighters. What was that last one? Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, maybe I have to try that too, but yeah, let's do SNK Gals. Look how good the graphics look on here compared to some of the other portable consoles. And NeoGeo was ahead of its time. This is actually a fighter that is fluid. Like if I practice this, I could probably enjoy this game and get good at it because it's responsive. It's actually kind of fun. You know, it's only 2 buttons, but yeah. Fireballs. Look at that. Trying to do a Shoryuken. No, but she does do fireballs. It's blocking them though. Alright. Oh. Kind of a fun little game. Alright, so just out of curiosity, since we're still in NeoGeo Pocket Color, let's check that Sonic the Hedgehog. I know we've played Sonic the Hedgehog already on here, but let's see what it looks like on NeoGeo Pocket Color. See if it's better than Game Gear. It already looks way better. Give me some loops. I didn't even have any loops in Game Gear. I mean, there probably is. I just didn't make them to him in my gameplay. Oh! There it is. Yeah! Wow. I think I'm getting kind of lucky. Oh, I missed one of my loops. That's the fun part for me. I wanted the corkscrew. I think I can still get it. Ah, he ran it, but he got it. There we go. I'm pretty sure this is actually pretty close to the actual Sonic 2. Should be the end. Alright, that was fun. I'll come back to that one for sure. Sonic Pocket Adventure for NeoGeo Pocket Color. Oh, let's do this real quick. Whoop. Oh. 31. Cool. Alright, so we'll end it off here with some Super Famicom, Super Nintendo. We're just going to try a couple Mario games that I loaded on here. So we have Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, and I think we're just going to kind of stick with those for this video. Aspect ratio. It looks great. And it sounds great. So I feel the right stick is a little bit in the way of my thumb when I'm trying to hit the B button, but just something you got to get used to. It's because I'm holding down the Y button so that I can run fast. I think that's the reason why. Yeah, if I was just holding the B button, it's okay, but when I'm holding it up here and hitting the B button with the other part of my thumb, you hit the stick. It's just part of the design. Or maybe it's part of the design of my hands. I think we're good, right? Yeah, we're good. We'll just throw a couple fireballs. Let's try some Super Mario Kart. Oh, you know what? Here's the end of the level. Let's just get this guy out of the way. $27. I said I was going to do Mario Kart. We'll just do that for a minute, and then we'll try some Super Street Fighter 2 to see if we can throw a fireball, or a Shoryuken. And then I might want to try some PSP, just to show you that 16:9 screen on here and test these sticks out. We could even go into the calibration tool and see how they work. Let's go with let's stick with Mario. All right, I like it. Looks right, plays right, feels good. I like the fact that these are rubber membranes, not micro switches. All right, let's try some Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 Turbo it is. See how this D-pad does. Nice. Nice. Works well. It's not a floating circle D-pad, but it's a good D-pad. Very good. All right, I think we're good with Street Fighter 2. We just needed to test that out. I was pretty sure I was going to end it with Super Nintendo, but these sticks are on here and we haven't used them for anything yet. So I do want to go into PSP and just see how it plays on here. And you know, this is an H700 chip. It's not a PSP handheld. The screen is not designed for PSP for 16.9, but we're going to see what it does and what it can do. So I guess we will go into OutRun Coast to Coast, my friends. Let's check out the menu and see what they have things set at. So settings. Frame skipping 1, and it's at 1x PSP. That's all I really wanted to see. Actually, let's go into the controls and take a look at the sticks. So at least we have 100% all the way around. We are going to have that cardinal locking with these sticks. You don't get that on the new 406V, but honestly, for the games you're going to play with this console here, this isn't a problem. These sticks are decent. Yeah, I mean, you can get into those areas and move around. There's just a little bit of cardinal snapping. So yeah, not too bad. All right, let's back out of there. Stutter. Usually does that at the beginning. All right, so I need to pause it and adjust my controls. Config D, is that it? No. E, yeah, that's what I want right there. Accelerate and brake. All right, so back, return to game, get ready to accelerate. I should have, yeah, all right. I'd like to use the triggers instead, actually. Later I'll map them to the triggers instead of the bumpers. But look at this, OutRun Coast to Coast is playing on the H700 chip. I wonder if we can do it at PSP, scaled to 2x. I wouldn't recommend it, because we're already doing frame skip on 1x. A little bit hard to hold my finger up here, and I'm not using the stick. Man, I don't want to dirty the stick, but that's right, I forgot I'm supposed to be using the stick. I really don't want to dirty the stick. I should put a cap on it, but alright, we'll just do this. I'm taking one for the team. Alright, there it is. OutRun Coast to Coast. PSP. Not bad on the RG CubeXX. I'm back out of here. And I like this thing. Alright, my friends, it's Saturday night and it's getting late. I'm hearing the ghetto birds flying by, the sirens are blaring, and we need to finish this video. We tested a lot of stuff on here, mainly the stuff that shines most for a square screen, and I wanted to figure out whether or not this is a device that I would recommend. We even tried some PSP, which is 16:9, and that wasn't even bad on here. So yes, I do recommend this device. Not for PSP or Dreamcast, but definitely for those portable consoles and Pico 8. It was a great experience. I highly recommend it for anybody that's looking for a device that's comfortable, not pocketable, but capable, with a beautiful screen that's very diverse, and it's just an awesome system. If it's something you're interested in, my friends, check it out at GoGameGeek.com. They're the ones that made this video possible. I appreciate them, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Even if you skipped ahead, fast forward, it's all good, my friends. I'll be back with another one soon, so thanks for watching. I'll see you again. Peace.